here am I, day 22 of our Proverbs. Hope your week is going good. Hope you're enjoying these Proverbs. Hope you're studying along. But I want to jump right into it this morning. In chapter 22, verse 1, it says, "A good name is rather to be chosen than great riches, and loving favor rather than silver and gold. The rich and poor meet together. The Lord is the maker of them all. A prudent man foreseeth the evil and hideth himself, but the simple pass on and are punished. By humility and the fear of the Lord are riches and honor and life." It's saying there in verse 4, this is a general observation that would have been especially applicable to an obedient Israelite living in Solomon's God-fearing kingdom. Nevertheless, some have been martyrs at a young age, and some have been given away all their wealth for the sake of God's kingdom. The book of Proverbs describes life the way it should be. It does not dwell on the exceptions. And verse 5 says, "Thorns and snares are in the way of the froward. He that doeth keep his soul shall be far from them. Train up a child in the way he should go, and when he is old, he will not depart from it." That one, in the way he should go, is literally according to the child's way. It is natural to want to bring up all our children alike or train them the same way. This verse implies that parents should discern the individuality and special strengths that God has given each one. While we should not condone or excuse self-will, each child has natural inclinations that parents can develop. By talking to teachers, other parents, or grandparents, we can better discern and develop the individual capabilities of each child. And many parents want to make all the choices for their child, but this hurts him in the long run. When parents teach a child how to make decisions, they don't have to watch every step he takes. They know he will remain on the right path because he has made the choice himself. Train him up in the way he should go. When he is old, he will not depart from it. Train him up in the Word, in church, and he will not depart from it. It'll come back. It won't come back void. Verse 7, "The rich ruleth over the poor, and the borrower is servant to the lender." Saying there, does this mean we should never borrow? No, but it warns us never to take on a loan without carefully examining our ability to repay it. A loan we can handle is enabling. A loan we can't handle is enslaving. The borrower must realize that until the loan is repaid, he is a servant to the individual or institution that made it. Verse 8, "He that soweth iniquity shall reap vanity, and the rod of his anger shall fail." That's saying this proverb is a message of hope to people who must live and work under unjust authoritarian leaders. It is also a warning to those who enjoy ruling with an iron hand. Sometimes God intervenes and directly destroys tyrants. More often, he uses other rulers to overthrow them or their own oppressed people to rebel against them. If you are in a position of authority at church, work, or home, remember what happens to tyrants. Leadership through kindness is more effective and longer lasting than leadership by force. Verse 9, "He that hath a bountiful eye shall be blessed, for he is given of his bread to the poor. Cast out the scorner, and contention shall go out. Yea, strife and reproach shall cease. He that loveth pureness of heart, for the grace of his lips, the king shall be his friend. The eyes of the Lord preserve knowledge, and he overthroweth the words of the transgressor." That's saying it takes discipline, determination, and hard work to live God's way, but God protects and rewards those who make the commitment to follow him. The wicked may seem to have an easier time of it, but in the long run, their plans fail and their lives amount to nothing. Don't resist God and expect lasting success. Verse 13, "The slothful man saith, There is a lion without, I shall be slain in the streets. The mouth of strange woman is deep pit. He that is abhorred of the Lord shall fall therein." Foolishness is bound in the heart of a child, but the rod of correction shall drive it far from him. It's saying young children often do foolish and dangerous things simply because they don't understand the consequences. Wisdom and common sense are not transferred by parents' good example alone. The wisdom a child learns must be taught consciously. The rod of correction stands for all forms of discipline or training. Just as God trains and corrects us to make us better, so parents must discipline their children to make them learn the difference between right and wrong. To see how God corrects us, read chapter 3, verse 11 and 12. Let's go back there. Get a refresh on that. Chapter 3, verse 11 and 12. It says, "My son, despise not the chastening of the Lord, neither be weary of his correction. For whom the Lord loveth, he correcteth, even as a father the son in whom he delighteth." That's good. Verse 16. "He that oppresseth the poor to increase his riches, and he that giveth to the rich shall surely come to want." And this says right here, going into verse 17, and it highlights up above it, "Proverbs of the wise. Bow down thine ear and hear the words of the wise, and apply thine heart unto my knowledge. For it is a pleasant thing if thou keep them within thee. They shall withal be fitted in thy lips, that they trust may be in the Lord. I have made known to thee this day, even to thee. Have not I written to thee excellent things and counsels and knowledge, that I might make thee known the certainty of the words of truth, that thou mightest answer the words of truth to them that send thee? Rob not the poor because he is poor, neither oppress the afflicted in the gate. For the Lord will plead their cause and spoil the soul of those that spoiled them. Make no friendship with an angry man, and with a furious man thou shalt not go, lest thou learn his ways and get a snare to thy soul. Saying, by association people tend to become like those around them. Even the negative characteristics sometimes rub off. The Bible exhorts us to be cautious in our choice of companions. Choose companions with characteristics you would like to develop in your own life." Verse 26, "Be not thou one of them that strikes hands, or of them that are sureties for debts." That's saying this verse is that it is wise to be slow to countersign a note or to be liable for another person's debt. Be not thou one of them that strike hands with them that sureties for debts. 27. "If thou hast nothing to pay, why should he take away thy bed from under thee? Remove not the ancient landmark which thy fathers have set." It's saying in Joshua 13 through 21, the land was divided and boundary marked out for each tribe. Moses had already warned the people that when they reached the promised land, they shouldn't cheat their neighbors by moving one of the landmarks to give themselves more land and their neighbors less. You can see that in Deuteronomy 19:14 and 27:17. And then verse 29, "Seest thou a man diligent in his business? He shall stand before kings. He shall not stand before mean men." So do right. Train up your child in the way he should go. He will not depart from it. Pretty simple. Pretty simple when you get to looking at it. I hope y'all enjoyed it. Be in verse 23 tomorrow. I hope y'all have a good day, good rest of your week. Please like, share, subscribe, tell somebody about it. Jump on in here with us, study along. And when we finish up Proverbs, we're going to jump into something else. But until next time.